Well, now that the smoke is cleared, the Michigan Wolverines will face off against the Washington Huskies in the national title game next Monday. In what will probably be a thrilling game. One thing Texas could not do today is get to Michael Penix Jr. I think Michigan is going to have a better time doing that. But what a game. It was special team eras all through today's games. It was the most ridiculous things that I've seen from any special team unit, both in Michigan and in the Texas game. So the Michigan Wolverines advance over Alabama, and we will see them in the championship game next week. Now, as far as that Texas game is concerned, I've never seen anything like that ever. So the Huskies are winning. They decide to run 3 plays, and they're all runs, which makes Texas use the 2 of the 3. They had 2 timeouts instead of 3. The final run, the running back for the Washington Huskies, Robinson, I think it was, I forgot his last name, he gets hurt, okay, which stops the clock. All you had to do was take 3 kneel downs, punt it away. You would have given Texas 8 seconds or so to make some miracle happen. Instead, they decide to run a play on 3rd down. The running back gets hurt, okay, which puts 50 seconds, they have to burn a timeout. Well, it's an official timeout. So they have 50 seconds to now get a touchdown. And just like that, after a 42-yard completion, they are in scoring distance. Then they get another completion to the 12-yard line, and it literally went down to the last second. 4th down and 11 with 1 second remaining, and it was an incomplete pass. I think that Texas would have been a better matchup for Michigan, but Michigan is going to do something Texas couldn't do, in my opinion, which is rush the passer. So Jim Harbaugh got to have the boys ready. They're going to have to get to Michael Penix Jr. in order to, because his deep ball is ridiculous. So it's going to be quite the matchup next week for the national championship game. So what a game today, man. What a game today. J.J. McCarthy did pretty well. Blake Corum, how can I not talk about Blake Corum? Blake Corum is an absolute stud. Puts the game, like when you needed a play to be made, this guy made probably one of the best plays of the game. The special teams unit, you had a botched punt, a muff punt by the Michigan Wolverines. You had another one that almost cost them the game in overtime. Would have been a safety, but thankfully the returner is able to recover the football at the 1 yard line. And then Corum gets about a yard or so, and we take it to overtime. And then in overtime, Blake Corum shakes 2 people, makes 1 miss, takes another dude to the end zone, and that wind up being the final play that the Michigan Wolverine offense needed to make. And then the defense. It was one thing I'll say all game long is that the Alabama center had been low snapping this football the entire game. It was low, and low some more. Every single play, it seems like he had to go down and grab that thing off the dirt. And even the final play, I don't know if it was supposed to be a draw like that, but with the low snap, he didn't really have a choice. Gave the Michigan defense time to come down and get to him, and that was ball game. Michigan escapes in overtime 27-20. I have a feeling, you see the shirt, so you know what I had to deal with Saturday night with the Dallas Cowboys. I feel like if Alabama scores there, then they go for 2 and win this game. And I could not have stomached that 2 consecutive, within 48 hours of each other. That would have been devastating to me. So the Michigan Wolverines, and I was very critical of Jim Harbaugh. I'm like, listen, the Michigan Wolverines are turning into the Buffalo Bills of late. How you got this team, you always there, but you never can go any further. And now Michigan, after getting snuffed by Georgia 2 years ago and getting absolutely crushed by TCU a year ago, we know what happened there. They're finally in the promised land, and now they got to finish and take care of business. I think this is going to be a great matchup, and we'll be live on this channel a week from today in the longest game of all time. Man, I don't know why they don't start these games at 5 or 6 o'clock, because they go on for 5 hours. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The Michigan Wolverines against the Washington Huskies, and probably Blake Corum's last game and Michael Penix Jr. last game as well. So should be a good matchup, man. You guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next video. I'm going to put videos on this channel. I'm really going to put my best foot forward in this channel, man. I got 33,000 subscribers, and it's time to give y'all some love, man. So take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.